I saw a comment today that made me sick to my stomach. Now, have been venting in more recent months about the difficulty of getting another job. I've talked at length about how my current job used to be good and has gone to crap because the management has changed, the new people barely give me any hours. And this has been a real sort of game of damned if you do, damned if you don't, where if you quit the place you're currently working for, you'll just have no job. And then if you stay with them, you're barely going to make any money, and have to corroborate your schedule with them to work somewhere else. It's just a really lousy situation. And when you add on top of that a lot of places play games when they, do these interviews and put up these job listings that they never respond to, it's trash. So this guy comes from the video, and it's always the same thing with these people. It's someone you've never seen before. They don't respond directly to any point or thing I actually said. So we're just treading the water. Reskill, get your CDL or a certificate, or go back to school and be a nurse to work in a hospital. So I have a commercial driver's license. You have Class A, Class B, Class C. I don't know why I would need the other classes or to have all three classes. But what I've always found funny about the people who do the college thing, right, is that they always leave out a very crucial step that you can't get by or skip over. Now, nursing school, like any other major that someone will pursue, is going to take at a minimum 2 years, possibly 4, depending on the specifics of what you're trying to get. And in those 2 years, while you're attempting to get this piece of paper that is suddenly going to open you up to all of these amazing job opportunities, who is going to pay for where you live? Who is going to pay for you to eat? Certainly not Ron Call, I sold my brain for it all. So where do you get the resources to survive while trying to acquire the piece of paper that is apparently going to make surviving hypothetically easier? And this has been a big part of why I get so sick of these people that push the college the scam college crap. I don't have a problem with people believing, right, that it's going to make their lives better, but you have to always look at the nuances of situations where I don't have a person who is going to let me have free housing for 2 years and free food while I try to get this piece of paper. I don't have that. I deal with the immediate, and it has been of the most urgency to me to try to get another job because the current one, again, is barely using me. But also, I reject the premise because the way he's typing this out makes it sound like I have no skills, which is total garbage. I can write. I'm very proficient with computers. I can drive multiple types of vehicles. And I guess what I'm getting at here is, even if I did not have several skills, right, have done several types of jobs, why do you need to have a certificate or a degree just to have a job? Like if you according to this guy's logic, if you want to work somewhere, not a place that gives you 6 figures a year, nothing fancy, you're not a CEO of a company, you're not a manager. If you want to just have a job, you need to get a certificate or go to school. And this is why it's so difficult to look at people and take what they have to say seriously. You have a very not well thought out response to a situation that's bad. It's one that affects a lot of people. There are plenty of jobs that won't give someone 40 hours, won't even give them half of that. And none of it is going to be automatically erased just because you have this stupid piece of paper, which I don't even have the time to try getting because I'm too busy trying to survive. But what he's really trying to do is make it my fault that the US economy is crap. Like it's my fault that these companies put up fake job listings. It's my fault that the same company that'll put up a now hiring sign won't even respond when you apply to work at their stupid place. It's my fault that companies practice hire to fire, where they purposefully hire someone and then after doing a very lousy job of training them, get rid of them after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's my fault that you have a record number of YouTube videos by other people talking about how hard it is to get a job. And that's because living in the United States is terrible. That's why most of us can't even afford a $1,000 emergency. That's why they haven't raised the wages nationally in over 15 years. It's trash. You are designed to die and to fail. That's why it's difficult getting a job, not because someone has a skill issue. And look, and dude, like, think about all the jobs that people do every day that don't require any of these stupid pieces of paper. Why do you need a degree to sit in front of a computer and talk to people over the phone? Why do you need a degree to drive a car and deliver orders? Why do you need a degree to pack boxes in a warehouse? You don't. But guess what? These places are purposefully playing with people's lives. Literally, the U.S. economy is set up on and designed to where someone wants to work. If they're able to get a job, they usually either are paid so little that they can't survive off of it, or they're given so few hours that they can't survive off of it, which in turn causes them to try to get a second job, which domino effect creates more problems with them having to try and mitigate the two different jobs that they have. And it's like, what I don't understand about these people is, like, I know companies are out trying to make their money. They're trying to, cut corners, hire by part-times, and have to pay people, for benefits and other things that they would have to give you if you were with them entirely. But what I'm so disgusted by is, like, a guy like Ron is not going to get a check from any of these companies for peddling this crap. Hospitals are not going to go to him and say, "Good job on recruiting that guy on that YouTube video talking about how getting a job was hard by saying he should go back to school. We couldn't have done it without you." Like, why do regular people turn into clapping seals for corporations? Why do they simp for a bunch of faceless rich people that don't give a damn about them? It's sad, man. It's sad that the economy is like this. It's sad the people are like this. And I repeat, living in the United States is a death curse. The difficulty of basic things is set up on purpose for you to die. Why do you think the same people who go and get these stupid pieces of paper oftentimes end up in debt? Oftentimes get a degree in something that they don't even use for their job. Why do you think that when you start working at one of these companies, one of these different businesses, and you're making your several thousands a month, your rent coincidentally is also multiple thousands a month, or pretty damn close to it, because it is designed so that all of your resources are drained by overpriced expenses, so you never are able to climb up in the economic ladder, and then are blamed by stupid people like Ron for why your life is bad, is unfulfilling, or otherwise destitute, or not improving year after year, because you're purposely set up to fail. Like, I'm gonna end this with this comment. If I were someone who, let's say, applied to like 5 places, 10 places, and maybe 2 of them said, "Okay, we'll hire you," but then I just said at the last minute, "You know what, I'm not doing this," I would understand, like, the animosity, the antagonism. But if someone is going to piss out over 100 applications a month, drive to interviews where the employers don't even show up or talk to him, At a certain point, the blame has to shift, especially when anyone with two eyes can look and see that he's not the only one they're doing that to. I repeat, an entire genre on YouTube of how hard it is to get a job. But let's just keep pretending this is a Justin issue. Let's just keep living in the fantasy world that if I would just get a CDL or a certificate or go back to the magic school where it pays for itself and for all of my expenses in the meantime, I would suddenly have this amazing job as a nurse at a hospital. God, man, just sick stuff. Hey, we live in a rotten society, and it's gotten so bad it's infected the brains of the people getting crushed by it just as well as you are.